Real balance. And rising stars, players in their prime, and veterans with all the experience in the world certainly won't be fazed by Stuttgart's flying start. Back set comes a long way, touch off the blocker. And Stuttgart back up by 2. Crystal Rivers, part of the furniture here in Stuttgart now, signed in 2018. She's led the club to their first 3 league titles in their history. And first double as well, winning the cup and the league, and the first European final. And also first back-to-back championships achieved by Stuttgart the last couple of seasons. Similar story on the opposite flank, a touch off a defender. Pattern of side-outs emerging. Those break points early on from Stuttgart have them ahead. Here goes Rivers again, delicately over the double block for the score, and evading the diving defence from the backcourt. Crystal Rivers bringing her A game so far tonight. Her chance on serve now. Big diagonal attack fielded in the back corner. Rivers flying back, they want to touch off the blocker, but it's gone Fenerbahce's way, and it may well be challenged. It flashes past the left side of the triple block. No challenge, no point for Stuttgart. Stishak to serve to try and get Fenerbahce level. Can they get a first break point? And there was the swift answer from Stuttgart. Is in the way, directing it down to the far side, but let's see where it lands. Fenerbahce's score, fine margins though. On the line, the serve off the block, a chance to set right on top of the net. And beyond that, diving defence from the backcourt again. Fedorovtseva unable to get there. Stuttgart maintaining their slender bit of breathing room early on here. Reaching the first technical timeout with a 2-point lead would be a huge achievement. Snapshots right over the top of the net, and Fenerbahce are level. Multiple 2-point advantages for Stuttgart, now they are gone. Rivers pouring it from one 3-meter line to the next. Fenerbahce stiffening their defence. One-hand hit, far side. Diving defender was Struber. keeping it alive, but now Stuttgart have to brace themselves, especially when she takes a swing. Arina Fedorovtseva. Well, she only turned 20 last month. She's already, and has been for a few years now, a superstar in this sport. Past the double block. And Fenerbahce lead from 2 down, and they lead by 2 now on an ace. The captain's contribution and a timeout required for Stuttgart. From 2 up to 2 down, just like that.
It's for her ball, you are good. Exactly on your body, you play well. Good. When the ball is a little bit more tight, you can go again, short deep inside. If you're a little bit more off, roll shot in the middle of the court. Let's go on, we play well, we don't stick again. Continue working.
Well, they came out of the gates, all guns blazing, Stuttgart all pumped up. This atmosphere, these fans, the travelling fans from Turkey, really getting the adrenaline flowing. And so were the points early on for the hosts, up by 2 on several occasions, a couple of break points really early on, but Stefano Lavarini's Fenerbahce have turned the tide pretty quickly. Fedorovtseva up. There's the set. Big hit from the backcourt coming in, and the lead is 3, and Stuttgart can't stop the bleeding. The triple block so well positioned, but not tight enough to the net. It's a long set, defense given time to adjust. Back to the same shooter, and this time a different outcome. Long Fenerbahce streak stop, but look at those fans behind that end of the court. Plenty of them, I imagine, reside here in Germany, but so often they will travel from Turkey as well. Oh, she tries the sneak at the net and does not pull it off. Defense not biting on the bait. So back-to-back points for Stuttgart, and back within 1 from 3 down. Fedorovtseva fields, gets it back off the fingertips of the blocker and down. Fenerbahce by 2 again. Fedorovtseva with her 4th point from Fenerbahce's 12. Stishak has 3, so those 2 superstar scorers combining for 7 out of 12 so far. Here's Rivers, who leads the way for Stuttgart and shows no signs of slowing down. That's 4 for her as well now. Bundesliga MVP in back-to-back seasons in 2019 and 2020 with Stuttgart. It doesn't matter which side she comes from. Arina Fedorovtseva, when she rises for the attack, especially with a big seam to exploit, or up against the single blocker, it is inevitable. At the top of the net and in is the call. It was close to the sideline, but Fenerbahce have their 3-point lead back. Dug out and down on the deck. Powerful serve. All over the top. Rivers helps it up. They're trying to turn momentum back in their favour, Stuttgart here. They've succeeded in doing so, getting into a good attack hit position. Far side. Tight angles though, and they are unable to thread the needle. Double blockers well stationed, shoulder to shoulder. So the largest lead of this first set now for Fenerbahce at 15-11. Time to talk it through as Stuttgart call a challenge. Konstantin Bitter using the moment to try and rally his troops. First challenge of this first set. They're looking for a block touch. Certainly not one there. But the opportunity for him to use that effectively as a timeout. He knows what's coming. Well, they survive it. The best server in this season's competition, the best server in the world, and she goes long. All tipped over the top of the net. Again, a matter of millimeters. But that was superbly salvaged. And then finished off by Asli Kalac. Shanked reception, but no harm done for Fenerbahce. Oh my word. A Fenerbahce firecracker. She just blew through everything in her path. Past the triple block. Impossible for Koskelo to field it in the backcourt.
First of all, keep the serve pressure. It's so much and we have every ball overpass. So we have good serves until now they're a little bit lucky. So they score very well. The second thing is in our passing we need to try to bring the ball a little bit more to snap. We are too much in minus. In snap we can play a little bit more two options. Okay?
And there's a look at how emphatically the tide has turned. Fenerbahce riding that wave of momentum now towards the first set finish. We said it would have to be something special from Stuttgart to win this quarter-final first leg, even at home, let alone the second leg and the tie overall. But it would have to be something special even just to win this first set now. And maybe we're in the realms of saying it would have to be something special from anybody to even take a set off Fenerbahce the way they're playing. Remember, they haven't lost a single set all season in this competition. Body blow, deflecting to the backcourt. That was only going one way. Magdalena Stishak up to 4 points, I believe now. Fedorovtseva 7 to lead all scorers. They've only made 4 signings this season, Fenerbahce. But they weren't far away last season, and the signings they have made have really added what they needed. Magdalena Stishak is the obvious one, but also the development of Aninia to become a key player. I think they've not even had Melissa Vargas until tonight for this Champions League campaign. Every little helps. A break point. We're going to need a fair few more of them. But it has been relatively comfortable for Fenerbahce. If they do take their foot off the gas, Stuttgart will be there to pick up the pieces. Segura's serve. Team high. 9 aces heading into this quarter-final series for her. Everything behind that one from Rivers, but Fenerbahce's defense not budging, and Anina denied with the push block over the top. Anina coming in and finding a well-built defensive wall.
Because she's super powerful. When she chooses hybrid, you have to take out power. Stable with the legs and take out power with arms. Instead of variation on the distance, she alternates the service. After the hybrid, block. So be ready to adapt. Lascio melhor, ela continua levantando a bola alta mais dentro da quadra. Fica mais perto, dá uma passada mais por dentro, vai pra cima do bloqueio. Você pode, vai.
Stefanino Lavarini, the Italian head coach of Fenerbahce, took over this season from Zoran Terzic, who'd spent the previous 5 years on the bench. Last season finally succeeded in breaking Vakifbank's streak of 4 straight Turkish league titles. Fenerbahce back on top of the domestic pile. Now they want to be back on top of the continental heap. They hit the 20-point mark with a 4-point lead. If you're new to the sport, best of 5 sets, first to 25 in each set, but first to 15 if we require a decisive 5th. Still some hope for Stuttgart. Right on top of the net. Point blank range stop. Far side. Bit of an awkward looking attack, but enough to get the job done. There's the celebration after the confirmation of the score towards the home team. 3-point gap is not implausible to bridge. Fenerbahce's hot streak has certainly cooled. They've built up such an advantage. Did that get a touch off the blocker? No is the answer from the first official. So Fenerbahce now 4 ahead, only 4 away. Stuttgart need to more than double the tally of their opponents down the final stretch of this first set. And they've got to play a perfect final stretch of this set, and that wasn't. Not a bad position to be in. Against the antenna, the attack hit. Just a matter of time now. And then Dundas. Set to the left. It's a small stitch in a wide open Stuttgart wound. Finished off neatly nonetheless by Jolene Kinolmar. The top scorer now with 5 points. Bit of hang time to try and claw it down, but to no avail. Just out of bounds from Fedorovtseva. Back-to-back points for Stuttgart. A bit of belief back in this arena. This is a big point. Fedorovtseva denied. Fenerbahce's biggest weapon just failed to hit the target. 3 straight points for Stuttgart. Back it goes. Fedorovskaya again, stopped again. Aninia, long set, far side, defense given time, attacker off the mark. Where is this coming from? From 5 down on the final stretch, it's a 1-point game. Britt Bongartz to serve. One of their best as well on the baseline. The team's second best 6 aces in 8 previous matches in this competition this season. Fielded by Fedorovskaya. She'll get it back. A couple of meters off the net. And that rattled the roof, quite literally. Fedorovskaya down with so much power it deflects up into the rafters. A rafter rocker from Fedorovskaya. And just like that, Stuttgart hope extinguished. And it certainly will not feel like an away tie for Fenerbahce attacking that particular end where those Fenerbahce fans are stationed. First set point goes a long way beyond the baseline. They've still got a couple more. Omar has to hold serve. Perfect reception right back on top of the net. They can still make the most of it, and they do, and Fenerbahce take the first set 22-25 and did it relatively comfortably despite a little wobble towards the finish. Irina Fedorovskaya, the inevitable star, leading the Turks to the first set of this quarter-final tie. So Fenerbahce take a 1-set lead, 22-25, the score in the first leg of this CEV Champions League quarter-final. Fenerbahce 7 more points off attack hits. The defense of Stuttgart helping them out, 3 points on blocks. Fenerbahce 1 extra ace and didn't need as many points. Erdem Dundash playing a part as well. Some big moments from the captain, including the other ace that Fenerbahce had in that first set. Stuttgart led by Jolene Knolmar with 6 points. 4 early on from Crystal Rivers before the points dried up for her. She tries to get back in business with a bang right at the start of the second set. Try from this near side and eventually find a way to squeeze through. Now remember, they started really well, Stuttgart, in the first set. They had multiple 2-point leads, several break points early on. Didn't take long for Fenerbahce to turn it around though. That serve's going to travel all the way through, fielded at the advertising boards. Back over it goes from Stishak. Tandem attack, decoy, Rivers, far side. Still can't find a way through with her power. She'll back off, look to go again. It comes the other way, underhand tip from Knolmar. And then rifle down the right. Fenerbahce showing Stuttgart how it's done. curling the limbs off Rusa Koskela. Rivers faced by two blockers and downed, and two on the far side as well. Middle blocker moving across in that front line really well from right to left. Perfect timing and shift from Monique, or from Aslik Kalac, I beg your pardon. One kill block per set so far, one of the best averages in this competition this season. Backcourt hit, Aninia. And the score, Fenerbahce have turned it around even quicker in this second set, having conceded the first point, now 3 in a row. Scraped over from the net, saved off the net though. Stuttgart can't find a way through. Rivers certainly can't. 3 times she's had big hits in this second set and been stopped by the Fenerbahce defense. That one from Stishak squeezes pass, but they get it back, Stuttgart. This time a touch of finesse. Rivers off balance, pushed out by a difficult set. Now they're scrambling just to stay alive in the rally, Stuttgart. Fans enjoyed it. They loved the hustle from their team, but it ultimately brought no reward, bar a cheer from this Baden-Württemberg crowd, and ultimately cheering with the travelling Fenerbahce fans. An early timeout required from Stuttgart head coach Konstantin Bitter.
A little bit more calm on the court, and we have to high ball set and we can attack. It's very important. Basics, not basics. Yeah? We are inside. We need one ball now, one side out score, and then we go. We move. Okay. If you have to flip over the middle to the middle of the court,